7 Tony Robbins secrets that will unlock your unlimited power. Life-changing. If I offered you $1 million right now, but you had to completely transform your life in the next 90 days, would you take it? Tony Robbins says most people would say yes to the money, but no to the change. And that's exactly why 97% of people never reach their true potential. But what if I told you that the remaining 3% know something you don't? Something so powerful, it can literally rewire your brain for success in just 21 days. Introduction. I'm about to share with you the 7 most life-changing secrets from Tony Robbins' masterpiece, Unlimited Power. Secrets that have created more millionaires, saved more marriages, and transformed more lives than almost any other personal development system on Earth. But here's the thing. Knowing these secrets isn't enough. Most people will watch this video, feel inspired for about 48 hours, and then go back to their old patterns. Don't be most people. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap to access your unlimited power. But only if you stay until the very end, because the last secret I'm sharing is the one that ties everything together, and it's the difference between dreaming about change and actually living it. Let me ask you something. Have you ever watched someone who seems to have it all? The career, the relationships, the confidence, and wondered what they know that you don't? Here's the brutal truth. It's not that they're smarter than you, it's not that they work harder than you, and it's definitely not that they got lucky. The difference is this. They understand how human psychology actually works. While most people are fighting against their own mind, these individuals have learned to make their psychology work for them. Tony Robbins discovered this after studying the most successful people on the planet for over 40 decades. He found that success isn't random, it's systematic. There are specific patterns that create breakthrough results, and anyone can learn them. But here's where most people get stuck. They think success is about doing more, when actually it's about thinking differently. Your current results aren't a reflection of your potential, they're a reflection of your current strategy. And if your strategy isn't working, no amount of effort will fix it. That's why some people work 80-hour weeks and barely get by, while others work 4-hour days and build empires. Secret number 1 is so fundamental, yet so overlooked, that it could change your life before this video ends. Ready? Your beliefs create your reality. Literally. Not metaphorically, not spiritually, literally. Tony Robbins proved this through something called the placebo effect of success. Let me tell you about Roger Bannister. For decades, experts said it was physically impossible for a human to run a mile in under 4 minutes. They had scientific proof that the human heart would explode. Then Bannister did it in 1954. But here's the crazy part. Within 12 months, 37 other people also broke the 4-minute mile. Within 2 years, it became routine. The only thing that changed wasn't their bodies, it was their beliefs. Tony calls this the difference that makes the difference. Successful people don't have better circumstances, they have better beliefs about what's possible. Right now, you have beliefs that are either empowering you or limiting you. The question is, are you aware of them? Here's a quick test. Fill in this blank. People like me don't, whatever you just thought, that's a limiting belief that's running your life. Now flip it. People like me can. Feel the difference? That's the power of belief in action. Secret number 2 explains why smart, capable people make decisions that sabotage their own success, and why understanding this will give you almost supernatural insight into human behavior, including your own. Tony discovered that every decision you make is driven by one of 6 core human needs. Master these, and you master motivation itself. Need number 1 is certainty. We all need to feel safe and in control. But here's the trap. Too much certainty kills growth. Need number 2 is uncertainty. We also need variety, surprise, challenge. This seems to contradict the first need, and that's exactly the point. We're walking contradictions. Need number 3 is significance. We need to feel important, special, needed. Social media addiction? That's significance seeking gone wrong. Need number 4 is connection and love. We need to feel connected to others and loved.
But when we can't find love, we'll settle for connection. When we can't find connection, we'll settle for attention. Need number 5 is growth. If we're not growing, we're dying. This is why people get depressed even when everything is perfect on paper. And need number 6 is contribution. We need to give beyond ourselves to serve something greater. Here's the game changer. Everyone has 2 primary needs that drive most of their decisions. Figure out someone's top 2 needs, and you can predict their behavior with scary accuracy. But here's what separates successful people. Their top 2 needs always include growth and contribution. Think about it. Steve Jobs wasn't motivated by certainty. Jeff Bezos wasn't driven by connection. They were obsessed with growth and contributing something meaningful to the world. Secret number 3 is Tony's most practical tool, and it's how he went from a 300-pound janitor to a multimillionaire in just 3 years. It's called modeling. But this isn't the kind of modeling you think. This is strategic modeling, the ability to study someone who's already achieving what you want, decode their strategy, and adapt it to your situation. Tony says success leaves clues, and he's right. Every successful person follows specific patterns you can copy. Here's how it works. Let's say you want to double your income. Instead of trying to figure it out from scratch, you find someone who's already done it and you ask 3 questions. 1. What did they believe? What are their empowering beliefs about money, success, and possibility? 2. What do they focus on? Where do they spend their mental energy? What do they pay attention to? 3. What did they do? What are their daily habits, their strategies, their systems? But here's the part most people miss. You don't just copy their actions, you copy their psychology first, then adapt their actions to your situation. Tony modeled Jim Rohn, who taught him that success is something you attract by the person you become. So Tony didn't just copy what Rohn did, he copied who Rohn was. Within 6 months, Tony's income increased by 300%. That's the power of strategic modeling. Right now, who could you model? Who's already living the life you want? Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Success is a science, not an art. Secret number 4 is what Tony calls the ultimate success skill. And once you master this, you'll never be at the mercy of your emotions again. It's called state management, the ability to change how you feel in any moment. Because here's what Tony discovered. Your state determines your story, and your story determines your strategy. When you're in a peak state, confident, energized, focused, you make better decisions. You see opportunities instead of obstacles. You take action instead of making excuses. But when you're in a poor state, stressed, tired, overwhelmed, everything looks impossible. You make decisions from fear instead of power. Most people think their state is determined by outside circumstances. Successful people know it's determined by inside decisions. Tony uses something called the triad of change. To change your state instantly, you change 3 things. 1. Your physiology. Stand up, move your body, breathe deeply. Motion creates emotion. 2. Your focus. What are you focusing on right now? Problems or solutions? What's wrong or what's working? 3. Your language. Instead of saying, I have to, say, I get to. Instead of, this is hard, say, this is challenging me to grow. Here's a 30-second state change technique Tony teaches. Stand up right now. Take a deep breath. Put your shoulders back. Smile, even if you don't feel like it. Now say out loud, I'm unstoppable. Feel the difference? That's state management. And it's available to you 24/7. The most successful people in the world aren't successful because they never feel fear or doubt. They're successful because they've learned to change their state when those feelings arise. Secret number 5 is the breakthrough pattern that creates lasting change. Tony calls it the success cycle, and understanding it is the difference between temporary motivation and permanent transformation. Most people think success is linear. You set a goal, take action, get results. But that's not how psychology works. Real success follows a cycle. Step 1, clear outcome. You must know exactly what you want. Not sort of, not maybe, exactly. Step 2, massive action. You take consistent, focused action toward that outcome. Step 3, sensory awareness. You pay attention to what's working and what's not. Step 4, flexibility. When something isn't working, you change your approach. Then you repeat the cycle, but at a higher level. Here's what most people do wrong. They set unclear goals, take inconsistent action, ignore feedback, and never adjust their strategy. Then they wonder why they're stuck. Tony's different. When he wanted to help people overcome their fears, he didn't just read books about it, he walked on fire, literally. He discovered that if people could walk across 12 feet of burning coals, they could do anything. That's the success cycle in action. Clear outcome, help people overcome fear. Massive action, create an intense breakthrough experience. Sensory awareness, measure results. Flexibility, refine the process. The result?
Millions of people break through their limitations. The ultimate secret. But here's the ultimate secret that ties everything together. The one thing that separates people who transform their lives from people who just dream about it. It's not about knowing what to do. It's about changing your identity. Every belief you have, every need you prioritize, every person you model, every state you choose, it all comes down to one question. Who do you believe you are? Your identity is your operating system. And just like a computer, if your operating system is outdated, it doesn't matter how many new programs you install, nothing will work properly. Most people try to change their results without changing their identity. They want to earn more money while still seeing themselves as not good with money. They want better relationships while still believing they're not worthy of love. Here's what Tony discovered. You will always act consistently with who you believe you are. So the question isn't, how do I get what I want? The question is, who do I need to become to naturally attract what I want? Conclusion. Think about this. You have unlimited power. Not someday, not when you get the right opportunity, right now. You have the power to change your beliefs. You have the power to meet your needs in empowering ways. You have the power to model excellence. You have the power to manage your state. You have the power to follow the success cycle. And most importantly, you have the power to choose your identity. The only question is, will you use it? Tony Robbins went from a janitor to transforming millions of lives because he made one decision: to take control of his psychology instead of being controlled by it. Your unlimited power isn't something you develop, it's something you unleash, and it starts the moment you decide that your past doesn't equal your future. If this video opened your eyes to what's truly possible, smash that like button right now. And if you're ready to access more life-changing strategies like this, hit subscribe and ring that notification bell, because I'm going to be sharing the most powerful personal development insights every single week. And here's my challenge to you. Pick one secret from this video and apply it for the next 7 days. Then come back and tell me in the comments which one you chose and what happened. Your unlimited power is waiting. The only question is, are you ready to claim it?